Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now we have a treat for you today. We're going to share with you 3 must-dos with your irons, and these must-dos are what the best golfers do. We're going to head onto the golf course and go into different scenarios and show you some things that you can apply instantly. They're going to help you hit it closer with your irons. Now, if you enjoy this and you want to improve your game, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that red button down there. That notifies you when we release a video every single week, so you can be the first to watch it. And also, if you have any questions about your game, what do you need help with, leave them in the comments down below and we'll see if we can help. Let's get to the video.
When you're in the rough, let the lie dictate the club that you hit. So we've got a situation here that we'll often find ourselves in, maybe me more than most, in the rough. So we've got 2 different golf balls lying there. Now we've got, what, 200 yards, Andy, I think it is from the sprinkler head?
200 from the sprinkler head here.
Yeah, 200 from that sprinkler head there. So when we look at both of these lies here, probably the biggest mistake that we'll see is golfers on this lie here will look at it and go, well, I've got 200 yards left. Well, 200 yards for me is a 5-wood, or it's a 3-iron, or a 4-iron, and go, well, that's the club I've got to hit because I've got to get it near the green or on the green. Now, if you try and hit, have a quick look at that again, Andy. You try and hit a 5-wood out of there, I mean, you might hit it, you might leave it in the same spot. You might knock it 50 yards at best, but you're probably going to shoot a double bogey by actually trying to hit that. So please stop trying to hit that golf ball out of there. Don't make that mistake. Obviously from here, absolutely fine, no problem, crack on. You can almost hit driver from there, it's sitting up that well. But it's not a 5-wood. So now what we have to do is understand what's the strategy on this hole. So I really want to have the best possible chance now on my next shot to be aggressive. I want to be able to, on my next shot, go for the flag. So if we look at the flag here, it's middle to left-hand side, there's a bunker front left. The last thing I want to be doing is playing a 50-yard pitch from the left-hand side of the fairway. I don't want to be doing that. That's too hard. So what I want really is I want a 70-yard to a 100-yard pitch. It's a bit unpredictable coming out the rough from the right-hand side. So straight away, 200 yards. If I've got a pitching wedge here, I'm going to hit like a punch wedge, get it out there. Hopefully it goes anywhere between 100 and 130, depending on run or whether it gets any sort of flyer. But I just need to hit it up there, that right-hand side, and leave myself a good shot into the green. So if you think about this here, the first thing is never try and hit a long iron out of that lie. And the second thing is understand the strategy behind what you need to give yourself the best chance of still making a par. So I'm going to put the ball back in the stance. I'm going to lean on the left leg, might choke down a little bit. I'm going to grip it a little bit tighter. It's going to be a shorter backswing, and it's going to be a good old whack on the way down. There we go, that was pretty good. Destroyed the golf course, right-hand side. It's had a bounce, so that's probably going to be around about 70 yards.
The thing is, that's what you need to do in order to get the ball out, and there's not a chance you're doing that with the 3-wood.
And it's just a great example of not letting the distance dictate the club. It's all about the lie dictating the club that you hit.
How often do you have the perfect number when it comes to your irons? Not very often. The best iron players have the ability to actually dial it back so they can hit one club multiple yardages. So I'm going to share with you now 2 ways that you can do this when you're faced with clubs which might be in between or yardage that's in between. So I've got 160 yards here to the 18th at the Grand. Now this would normally be an 8-iron for me. There's a little bit of breeze there, so it's not quite a full 7-iron, so it really means I'm going to take a little bit off the 7. So important that you can fit in these gaps in between the yardages because it just enables you to access the flags and get it close. So the first thing you can do, very simple, just shorten the golf swing down. So you can keep the speed as normal, but you can have a shorter golf swing. So maybe feel as if you go 3/4 back, but continue with the speed. That length of swing is going to take off some yardage. So let me do that one first and I'll share the next one. The next one's my favorite personally. So let's see if I can do this one. Okay, a little low off the face, but from a yardage perspective, someone's shouting 4 up here. From a yardage perspective, that was pretty good. Okay, next one here. This is my favorite. This is what I like to do. This is
your preferred, isn't it?
My preferred, because look, when it comes to feel and distance, I like to be a little smoother. I feel like I can tune into that. When I'm hitting things hard, I don't feel I can access that sort of feel and touch. So, full swing, but all I'm going to do on this, same golf swing as normal, but it's going to be a smoother transition. So I'm not going to feel as if I drive the legs really hard. I'm just going to feel as if I can just smoothen out the transition here. The length is going to be the same. That's still going to create some speed for me, but this smoothness enables me to just take off a little bit of yardage. I just feel like I've got more control when I do this. So that first one was okay. This one's going to be better.
And I think you'll find that often when you're playing a shot that you're not that comfortable with, the results will tell you anyway.
That was so much smoother. It's right at the flag. Let's see what the yardage is like. Oh, I mean, that's like 6 feet.
There's no comparison. If ever you try, if I'm playing with you in a match and you ever try and do that stupid shorter swing, same effort,
Just doesn't feel right.
I'm not going to let you do it.
I mean, a difference in shot there. So look, 2 ways there that you can dial down your distances. If you can do that, you are definitely going to hit some closer iron shots.
Let your finish create the flight. So if you want to be a really good iron player, it would be really helpful if you can shape it both ways, draws and fades at will. Now look, the best golfers, and recently we spent some time with Colin Morikawa, and he was very focused on how he finished his iron shots to help create the flight that he wants. So we're going to give you a real simple thing here. Andy, I know you do this a lot with your students as well. It's a really simple drill which is going to give you some ideas on how the club should move around the body, which is going to influence the face, which is going to influence obviously the ball flight. And the good thing about this is something you can do straight away. You can have this feeling when you get onto the golf course out there when you're playing. Here's the drill. Choke down the club. So we're going to go with the draw first of all. So what we're going to do from here is we just have a little mini backswing, and as we swing through, I want you to get the sensation that when you get to this sort of area here, chest high on the way through, you can now see that the club is pointing down at the target line. So the club shaft is pointing down at the target line. So if I just track this back, what does this mean? This means that you have been encouraging the rotation of the face through the hitting area, which is going to mean it's going to close more, which is going to give you more chance of playing that draw. So as I go through here, I'm going to go through really slowly here. So look at the face rotating. You can see the shaft of the club now, how it's working, and it's pointing down towards the golf ball. Okay, so that takes care of the face and how we want the face to work through the golf ball. What we want to do as well is we want to create a path which is out to the right. So we need to be able to get the club to be swinging out to the right as the face is closing. So the best way to do this is to actually just aim a little bit to the right with the body. So I'm going to aim the face about at the target. Then from there I'm going to aim my body further to the right than where I'm aiming the face. And then from there, all I'm going to do is get that same sensation through the golf ball of getting that active release through the golf ball to help close that face relative to the path. So I've got 9-iron here. Draw on this hole, and is a bit risky with that water there.
No, it's a good shot to play, this one.
All right, here we go. And you can almost see by my finish as well, by the way, that's going in. I'll take that.
It was nice.
And you can see by the finish as well that actually the club shaft is pretty much pointing towards the target. That again tells me that I've got that release. So that's that finish really dictating on that ball flight there.
That was a very nice shot, by the way.
Oh, I was getting really excited. Okay, so let's go fade. Do I have to do it now? I've hit one good one. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Well, this is a tough one.
Yeah. Okay.
Tough one for you because of your active release, by the way, because Pierce gets a lot of closure of the face. So this is a good one for Pierce to practice.
One thing I said to myself then is don't work too hard at that because I'm probably going to overdraw it for sure. So again, we're doing the same drill. We're going to choke down the golf club, and from here now I'll have this mini backswing. Now watch how the shaft behaves on the way through. This is obviously going to control the face. So as I'm swinging through now, you can see as I get to this sort of chest high position, we can now see that the shaft is pointing behind me. It's not where it was for the draw, it's now pointing behind me. So again, this allows the face to feel, not real, to feel as though it's pointing more to the target as I am swinging through, which obviously is making the face more likely to be open as I'm striking it. And then from there, when I finish, the club shaft will probably be pointing more so over there. Think of Colin Morikawa, who naturally plays that fade where his golf club points.
I like this as well because we're not trying to control impact. We're just having a flowing finish and letting that finish really impact the ball.
The key is really aim right for the draw, aim left for the fade. Obviously that's what we're going to do now, and then just focus on the finish. And that is so simple, and you can take this to the golf course. And this is, as I say, the more we speak to these great players, they keep it really simple and they think of things like this. Club face aiming about target, aiming the body, left of that, and then from there, really focusing on that finish and that move through the ball. Oh, a bit out of toe, Andy.
Well, it didn't go left.
Yeah, it didn't go left, and it's a little bit short right as well as a result being out the toe. May have had about half a yard of fade, but as you say, the draw is probably easier for me than the fade, that's for sure.
There we go. Guys, there we are. 3 must-dos with your irons. If you want to be an amazing iron player, make sure you put those into use on the golf course. Hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, make sure you check out meandmygolf.com for our best content and download the Me and My Golf app now so you have me and Pierce in your pockets, your coaches in your pockets. Thanks for watching.